let's go to here. Just kind of see all of this together.
Yeah.
Just kind of see all of this together. Yeah, if you back up, you will see that this, what does this look like? It represents a
mountain range or something? No? Try again.
All right, I'll tell you. It's a city. This is what a city would look like.
Right.
And I made it from one of those trays that they're folded up, and then you unfold them, and they have a tray here, and then they have trays here with little place to put your cup and other things. I trimmed it down a little bit to follow these curves of the tray.
Alright, but it does look like a little city on a hill.
Yeah, now that you know, right? Okay, and this is of course a church bell, of course, and it's got these like bird guano on top, so it looks realistic.
It's funny.
So you have the city here, and then when you back up, you can see like the pueblo here. Mm-hmm. And this is exactly what these sides are. It was a shelf that had these pieces right here. These pieces were the let's see how this works. Da, 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 da. These pieces right here, they were across here. So this was another shelf just like that. And it's the one you just stick on your shelf, and you have all these shelves. Hold that right there. Yeah, so you have little steps. Just like this down here. That's what that is. Except it goes this way, where the brown's out. So it reminded me of Ecuador and other places, of course, like a little pueblo, but it reminded me of when we pulled in to an apartment building. We pulled up on top, went down the hill to each of the homes. And in the U.S., it seems like you park at the bottom and then you go up. But they didn't even have a road at the bottom of the apartment buildings or houses. They were hooked together like this, but you walked down to them, and there was no road to them. And a lot of people in Ecuador and other Latin American countries do not have cars anyway. So they would come here, they'd walk from the bus, or they'd be dropped off by a taxi or a friend or whatever, and then they'd walk down to their house. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And these, I just drilled a window in them. I cut these doors out, and then I made them skinny so they didn't look like these big fat doors. And I didn't want to put hinges on them, so I just glued them in. And these are those wooden plugs. When you drill a hole, you just plug them with a wooden plug to cover the screw. So anyway, I thought that was awesome. And these things on the side, I don't remember. They're a little pegboard. And I turned these upside down. I turned these. They didn't come out straight. Like a lot of these roofs are just a piece of wood. A piece of tree. A tree, like a log, of course, goes on the top, like over here. These are actually What are these? These are sticks. These are logs right here. These logs up here, they are actually a log. They're just small logs. They're a stick.
Tree.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that this does for me, it gives me a certain feeling. The feeling I get when... It's the feeling, it brings me the same feeling looking at this that I get when I'm on some street in some Latin American country looking at the architecture. It just brings back all those memories.
I love this little guy back here.
Oh, did you see him through there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's on this side?
This is cool.
Oh, it's on the other side. Anne-Marie gave that to me. They went to Anasazi. They went to Mesa Verde. They ain't got that. I was going to say something about people give me stuff. That's good stuff. What the heck? My son Carl carved this, and it's very appropriate. I just haven't put it on here yet. But I put it over here, and no, it looks like a giant vulture. It doesn't exactly go here. Oh, it could go over there, but this is where it's going to go eventually.
Like
very appropriate. Okay, so this right here, a friend of mine, Anne-Marie, gave this to me. Oh, it was 18 bucks. It's from Mesa Verde. She thought that I could make better use of it than her. But I've been to Mesa Verde several times. So this is one of my favorite sides. I don't know if I will dare ask you what you think it is. What do you think it represents?
Is it a castle or a temple thing that they have?
Yeah, it just
or
reminds
a dungeon.
me of their cathedrals. Yeah, I suppose it could be.
Could it be both?
It could be something like that.
Okay, so what does it remind you of?
It's a cathedral. It does look like a castle, huh? But cathedral doors, because here they look like this when I bought them. And it had the little candle stick holder on it right there. And so I just cut off the top and turned it upside down. Yeah, and I put them right here. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it is cool.
And this door, this is what it is. It was this, and I made two of them. And I sliced off, I cut off some of it so they could go together. And then I just put these pieces of wood across. But you see these big, huge, tall doors on buildings, but they rarely open them, even if they might even be false doors. But I cut this door out of it because the people usually have a little door to go in. And this is not a little door, this is just a regular size door. But if you look, the awesome thing about this piece is you can look through this door and you can look, like you're looking into or out of the church back into the plaza. The plaza.
Right, that's cool. There'll be lots of people selling little items, right?
Lots. Lots of people selling lots of stuff. They know how to do it too. And we buy it. So then up here, it's just, just represents the buildings of the town. And the foliage that grows all over in those countries. Green all year. Ecuador was so green when we flew into Salt Lake in August. and it was culture shock because it was so just dead. Everything was dead all over. And we came from Ecuador, which is green all the time. They do have their dry seasons, and they do have deserts, but I realized for the first time, oh, that's why they make mountains brown on maps. So brown. The mountains, I suppose, in Ecuador are brown too, but the foliage in the cities are amazing. This piece right here is, if anyone has seen my other videos, that is on one of my instrument pieces. I think it's my other one. Not the one called mine, but the other one.
I called it awesome.
Awesome? So, but this was a wing of a swan. And there was a swan's head.
So a swan this way?
Yeah, well, the swan's head was up here, and this was a wing, and the other one was a wing. I just cut it like this and made it round. Okay. I don't know. You might recognize that. And then just put this little shelf here. Cute little shelf. And this is hilarious to me. I just found this little little outhouse. So I put it on here. It's a little two-seater. Yeah, and in Ecuador you can't, well, you can. You're not supposed to flush the toilet paper. You're supposed to throw it in the garbage. Which I did. I was really good about that. But it was really hard to find a bathroom there. They didn't have a bathroom in every store and every gas station. And sometimes their bathrooms were used for storage instead. And sometimes they had bathrooms, but the little kids just went around to the back and used just did it right on the ground instead of in the toilet. It's kind of interesting. Because that's what they did at home. I think that's enough. So if you lasted through this hour-long description of this piece of art, by the way, I call it Santa Fe for various reasons. Can you guess? You know, maybe it took you back there too, whoever you are. So, and as we say in Ecuador, ciao.